Hey everybody, it's New Life for Jen, or Jen. Today is December 6, 2011, and this is a response video to Amalsi PhD and from Miss Bantastic, talking about restriction. I did a video a while back, months ago, on restriction, and I just wanted to break down a little bit on my feelings on restriction, due to I had this unfill, and now I'm struggling with, I guess, a level of restriction. I have a 4cc band. I have 2.5 in there right now, and I have nothing. I have nothing to tell me to eat a smaller portion control. I mean, I could probably go and go and go. And when I was explained what restriction was, what I needed to look for, it was explained to me like this. When following the lap band rules, lap band rule number 1, when you walk into my doctor's office in Cincinnati, he has an example of a plate, a circle plate, like a kid's plate, like yay big. 3/4 of that plate was marked on the plate as protein. 1/4 of, another section of that was your vegetable, and another section of that was your carbs. And he explained it to me. You eat all of your protein. After your protein is done, you move on to your vegetable, and then if you have room, or you're not you're not full at that point, then you move on to your starch or your carb, whatever you want to call it. Whether it be rice, pasta, whatever you're throwing in there that's not a protein or a vegetable. So that is how he told me to judge my restriction level. I'm sure you guys have all seen it. They got the signs up in my doctor's office, and I think I've been in 2 places where I've seen it. It's the green and red zone. Red zone showing you too tight. Your PBing, your, acid reflux, night cough, and then the green sign states eating a cup of food and staying satisfied. Staying full for 4 to 6 hours. I can't just think right off the top of my head what else is on there, but those are the 2 important ones for me. As I was getting these fills in the beginning, that's what I was shooting for. I was shooting for portion control, and I was shooting for staying full for 4 hours. That's how I knew I was at restriction. Obviously, at this point, I can't say if my band has different levels, because as of right now, I'm at 2.5 in a 4cc band, which is about 60% filled. And I have none of that. I have no portion control that I'm not doing on my own. And I also do not have any sort of soft stop or any kind of thing to tell me that it's done. And I also do not stay full anymore. I am not just talking about emotional eating. I am talking about physical pain, hunger in my stomach. Those are the things that I am feeling now that my restriction level is gone. That is what I want to get back to. So when I'm up to that point and I have my restriction, it controls how much my portion control is. It controls how long I stay full. Those are the 2 things in my book that I was after. And along with that, in that process of reaching those 2 things, other things came into play of not being able to eat bread, not being able to eat a lot of pasta. I just started eating rice like 3 weeks before I had my unfill. I was finally able to start eating rice. I didn't base my restriction level on whether I could or could not do those things. Those things came along with me hitting those 2 first goals, which was staying full and knowing when to stop. Getting that soft spot after you get to about the 3/4 of a cup point, knowing that you're almost done, knowing that this is probably going to be your last bite, or knowing not to take that last bite. To me, that's how I was explained what restriction is. Now, I'm wondering when I go down on Monday, I'm going down this Monday coming up for another fill. I am going to request that I be put at 3.25 cc's in my 4cc band. Before my unfill, I was at 3.5. So that's 0.25 less, just in case with my back issues, if my band gets a little tight due to the fact of the pain, I will still have room to function with. But I am hoping at that 3.25 cc mark, I will have portion control again. I will have the sense of staying full. I mean, as it is right now, I eat my 1 cup, I eat my protein first, I eat my hard protein, and then it's on to usually a vegetable, and then I stop. And I stop because I'm mentally, in my head, I know I have to stop because my brain is still going in the same function of without restriction, with restriction. I know that I have to stop, but I'm telling you, I could probably keep going. And this weekend was a good example. We went to Olive Garden. I had chicken Alfredo. Haven't had chicken Alfredo in 8 or 9 months. Why? Because pastas were a no-no, and sticky pasta like that was a big no-no. So everybody has different opinions and levels of restriction. I am going by what my doctor told me on the signs what to look for. My doctor was very proactive about you getting to that point, using this lap band for what it's for. And the lap band is for portion control and making you stay full with a cup of food. That's what was explained to me. So those are the 2 things that I always shoot for. When I talk about restriction, those are the things that I want. Those are the things that I actually want back now. And if at that mark I can eat other things that I didn't eat before, hey, that's great. But if we're following the lap band rules, we shouldn't be shoving a bunch of bread and pasta and carbs down our throats anyway. We're supposed to be getting our protein. That's by the lap band rules. Protein, water, vitamins, 10,000 steps a day, or whatever kind of exercise your doctor has, you on for your surgery. Those are the lap band rules. So if you're not following the lap band rules and you're worried about restriction, I don't even know how to respond to that, because I've been doing the lap band rules and trying to get to restriction at the same time and got it really fast, and then, like I said, it just kind of went away with the unfill. So I think everybody just needs to understand everybody's restriction is going to be different, but when I was chasing those 2 things, other things just happened to come along with it. It's not like I was after not eating breads and pastas. It just happened that way that I couldn't eat those things anymore. So it set my mind up to just kind of put them it just took them off the books. I didn't have to worry about it anymore. I knew I couldn't do it. So I don't think anybody should be chasing those things, like chasing the fact of, I want my band to not let me eat bread, because you at restriction might be able to eat bread. I cannot. And I guess that's the weird thing about our bodies, is everybody's band and body is a little bit different. And like Amalsi said, it's just knowing your own body and knowing, the warning signs of what's going on. PBing was an issue if I did something more or less I wasn't supposed to do. If I tried to eat really dry meat, that was a no-no. If I tried to eat pasta, that's a big no-no. Especially if it's like sticky, like Alfredo-y pasta. If it was really wet pasta sauce, it would be fine. But if it's something sticky, it'd be a no. Couldn't eat broccoli. Couldn't eat, and it's not like I was after not being able to eat broccoli. Those are just some of the things that happened and coincides with me after the, 4-hour staying full in the 1 cup meal. So don't be chasing after the fact of, I want a PB, so that's how I know I'm at restriction, because that, to me, isn't restriction. That's just you not following the lap band rules. And when you don't follow the rules and you're at restriction, you're going to PB. That's just how it works. That's how it's worked for me, and I can name probably 50 people I watch on YouTube that happens to if they're at restriction. And some people don't want to be that tight, and that's fine. Some people want to be able to eat whatever they want, but to me it's like, if you can mentally tell yourself, I'm done at this cup, and I am done, and I'm full, and I'm going to stay this way, or I'm going to fight it off and not eat for 4 hours, then it's kind of like, why did we choose the lap band? Because that's what the lap band's supposed to do. So, I don't know. Just my thoughts on it. I hope everybody has a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.